Well, friends of the world, Maldini, there is the Metropolitano Stadium. Here we are. The grass is impeccable, spectacular, it's still empty. Logically, we are going to start the Movistar broadcast in a while, here in the pre-match, and then I will comment on the game, of course. A tremendous match, tremendous. You already know what happened in the match. We are going to analyze it in depth. I have here a mini Kylian Mbappe here at the Metropolitano Stadium. Here we see him, Kylian Mbappe. With the friends from Minix, they have a ton of figurines, they have footballers, coaches. The truth is they call them friendly figures because they are very nice caricatures, friendly caricatures. But they don't just have footballers, they have actors, fictional characters. Here's this mini Kylian. And well, let's see what happens in the match. A tremendous match. Friends of the world, Maldini, which we are going to analyze, we are going to comment on. On Movistar, you already know what happened. You already know what happened, but we are going to analyze in depth what this has been. Atlético de Madrid, Real Madrid, second leg of the Champions League, round of 16. The loser is eliminated. The winner will be in the quarterfinals against Arsenal. Although, logically, the match hasn't been played, but let's say they scored about 7 in the first leg. I think there's no doubt that Arsenal will be the opponent, Atlético de Madrid or Real Madrid. Let's analyze the match. Well, friends of the world, Maldini here at the Metropolitano. It's already... Well, the Atlético de Madrid fans have left, but we still have the Real Madrid fans waiting there. After this epic match, yesterday we experienced the penalty shootout between between Liverpool and PSG. And today we experienced another penalty shootout in this Madrid derby, which was truly epic. The match was tremendous. There are many things to analyze. Tomorrow you will have a Y-Scout report and of course the ratings for both teams. That of course and a little something more as well. Madrid is in the quarterfinals. Madrid in the Champions League. It seems indestructible. That's the reality. It was a very evenly matched tie. The first leg was extremely close. Today the second leg as well. Madrid had more control but struggled a lot with depth. I think Real Madrid was closer to qualifying before the penalty shootout. With that penalty by Vinicius, the only play Mbappe could make where Mbappe appeared, because Atlético de Madrid was a team that defended the area very well. There was an important thing in the match, and that is, we don't know Cholo's strategy. We don't know why, because Gallagher scored in the first 30 seconds. By scoring in the first 30 seconds, Gallagher, we don't know if Cholo wanted to push forward and press a little more. Something Atlético de Madrid doesn't do well if he intended to advance the defense more. But they quickly found themselves with a 1-0 lead. And the tie equalized, and Atlético de Madrid already pulled back, closed the lines, 2 very close lines of 4. I hope the music isn't coming in too much. What I know is that it's coming in quite well. They're already turning it down a bit. The 2 lines of 4 very close together. Real Madrid had quite a bit of control, but very little depth. They had little play on the wings. Madrid, I think they improved it, but they didn't play a great match. Real Madrid, I mean, in reality, it wasn't easy for Madrid to play a great match today either. In the first half, I saw a somewhat apathetic team, Real Madrid, without the ball. Very little ability to recover, pressing a bit more than Atlético de Madrid, but contributing very little in attack. Very little in attack. They had the ball a lot, but were constantly passing from side to side, passing back from side to side, passing back, but practically without interior passes and without looking for the wings. And that logically made Atlético de Madrid, which is a team that defends very well, defend even better. That was the key. And that's how the match unfolded. Practically without goal opportunities, very few chances from Atlético de Madrid. In the first half, I got the impression, friends of the world, Maldini, that Atlético de Madrid was further from the area but closer to the goal, because every time they approached, they needed few passes to reach a more or less comfortable position to cause damage. Then in the end, they couldn't do it. Did they have any chances? Julian Alvarez, but they didn't really create much danger. Neither did they. It was the Atlético de Madrid, as they needed, as they sought, as they expected. Real Madrid had dominance, but without much danger. The only truly clear chance in the match, or really clear, was there any play down the wing. In the second half, Madrid was able to increase the speed, to play more interior balls, to look for Rodrigo more on the right flank. But the only play that truly could have made a difference was that penalty. One of the few times they were able to move with space. Kylian Mbappe. As soon as Mbappe received the ball, I quickly said, it's the first one he has. And the first one he had, he brought the two central defenders together. They committed a very clear penalty on him, which Vinicius sent to limbo. Vinicius today, well, logically he tried as always, but he was very inaccurate, not only with the penalty, but in more plays, although he certainly kept trying again and again. Atletico de Madrid, I think, put on a spectacular display from Paul, who couldn't go on anymore. Great match from Paul, very good match from Julian Alvarez. Great match from the central defenders, from the entire defensive setup of Atletico de Madrid. It was a great match, but they lacked the ability to hurt Atletico de Madrid as well. They lacked the ability to inflict damage while being at home with a 1-0 lead in the first 30 seconds. They needed to be bolder, push further up, and try to inflict more damage. And then the match went into extra time, where it was incredible to see Jude Bellingham recover from the physical exertion. Valverde almost until the end, recovering from the physical effort. And Julian Alvarez doing the same. Madrid was closer to equalizing the match in extra time. They dominated more, pressed more, created more chances, and were much closer to achieving that equalizer. And in the end, a dramatic penalty shootout. I mentioned it before the penalty shootout started. By the way, you have a video that you can also check out that I made today with Wisecout about the penalty shootout and how the shooters are in both teams. Well then, Valverde, who had another one against the broadcast 8 out of 8 in his career because he's not a specialist in shootouts. He had scored all 8. Today he made it 9. Julian Alvarez had bad luck with that ball that hit both his feet. And that penalty he had scored was disallowed. Llorente's mistake. And Madrid is once again in the quarterfinals. Once again, Rudiger, history repeats itself. In Manchester, it was in the quarterfinals. Now it's in the round of 16. Once again, Rudiger scoring the decisive penalty to put Madrid into the round of 16. In the quarterfinals, Arsenal Real Madrid. First leg in London, second leg at the Bernabeu. And Barcelona Borussia Dortmund. First leg in Barcelona, second leg in Borussia Dortmund. What an incredible Champions League we have. Here we have the Real Madrid fans. Still, some are already leaving. And tomorrow, you'll have much more besides the Europa League matches. We have witnessed an epic match, a tremendous knockout stage. And once again, Real Madrid eliminates Atletico de Madrid from the Champions League. Whenever they have historically faced each other, Real Madrid has always eliminated them. Many remember Atletico de Madrid from the penalty shootout in Milan. History repeats itself. Real Madrid once again knocks out Atletico de Madrid in the most equal way possible, which is in the penalty shootout. An epic match. We have enjoyed it on Movistar, where we will of course watch all the matches from now on. A hug by